Hey guys, so I said yesterday that I was going to do a YouTube video concerning the dream that I had. So let me begin. So the dream begins when I was at the Glendale, Arizona Regional Convention. You know, the regional convention used to be called as the District Assembly. But of course, years after I walked away from the Watchtowers organization, the religion changed it to as the regional convention. So I was at the regional convention at the Glendale Arena, and I was walking around all by myself in the lobby area of the convention center. So as I was walking around, suddenly I looked over and there was my Jehovah's Witness aunt Claire and my disassociated cousin Melanie. No, I was in complete disbelief. I stopped and I started staring at them, and I had this exact look. I couldn't even move. And so as I was staring at them, suddenly my cousin Melanie recognized me and she started walking towards me. So as they both approached me, my cousin looks at me. She has this look. And she right away says this to me. Do you want to know why I started shunning you? And so I was feeling a little scared, so I real quietly said, okay. She then looks at me and says, the reason why I started shunning you is because I started going back to the Kingdom Hall meetings. And right when she said that, I perked up and I said, did you get reinstated? And right after I said that to her, Melanie shouted really loudly and she says, no! And I stopped and I go, oh my gosh. And then right after Melanie said no, I looked over at my Aunt Claire, who of course in real life in year 2019, she's 63. And so as I looked at my Aunt Claire, this is exactly what my Aunt Claire looked like. She had that look like she was about to slit my neck. So she frightened me and she scared me. So I didn't know what to do or what to say. So then I looked back at my cousin Melanie. And I said, I don't understand. Since when did the Watchtower organization, now keep that in mind, I didn't say Jehovah's organization. I said, since when did the Watchtower organization change their beliefs, saying that you could associate with someone who's still disassociated as one of Jehovah's Witness? And right when I said that to them both, my Aunt Claire still had that evil look. And my cousin Melanie still had that. And then as I stood there looking at them, suddenly my cousin Melanie looks at her Aunt Claire and says, you know what, Claire? This discussion is over. And suddenly my evil Aunt Claire, who had that evil look, she changed that face look and said, you know what, Melanie? You're right. Let's go. So I didn't move. And little by little, they started slowly walk away. So as I watched them walking away, I saw them and they started laughing, having the greatest times, acting like they were like the best of friends, just enjoying themselves. So again, I had that look like, what in the hell is going on here? So right after they started walking away, suddenly I started having like the biggest, and I mean the biggest panic attack. I started looking around. I started sweating like a pig animal. I started screaming, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. Where am I? Oh my God, I need help. And I was stuttering. Help me, please. I was totally having the biggest panic attack. And as I was having this huge panic attack, no joking, I looked over and all I could see were thousands upon thousands of Jehovah's Witnesses, all laughing and smiling, looking so cheerful and looking so happy. Oh. And none of them would help me. And so I continued panicking. Help me! I need help! And then I started pacing, walking down the aisles. Will you help me? I need help! I don't know what's going on. I think I'm having a panic attack. And I kept saying, where's my chair? Where's my seat? I have all my stuff. I need help. Help me. And as I still having this panic attack, I kept looking at all these Jehovah's Witnesses, completely ignoring me, looking so happy and cheerful. And suddenly, I woke up. That is my dream. And I want to tell you this. I did not make this dream up. I'm not laughing. I didn't elaborate this dream to make it look good. This is exactly, word for word, 100% what that dream was about. So last thing I'm going to say before I let this go. My Aunt Claire is so indoctrinated with the Watchtowers organization. I remember when I was a Jehovah's Witness still, and we had our family reunions, which we do once or twice a year. We were at her house. And I remember we had a group of all our cousins all gathering together. We were laughing, bringing so many crazy things we used to do when we were kids. And of course, we were talking about Melanie. At that time, she was already disassociated, long gone. And my Aunt Claire approached us and says, "Are you talking about Melanie?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're just talking about all the crazy things us cousins used to do." And my Aunt Claire looked at all of us cousins and said, "You know what? Melanie is no longer a Jehovah's Witness. She's not serving Jehovah. So please, I know you're not really doing anything wrong, but please stop mentioning her. She's not in the truth anymore." So in real life, my Aunt Claire is very indoctrinated. Last thing I'm going to say about her, my Aunt Claire, is in year 2008, when our grandmother passed away, which is my Aunt Claire's mother, I went to the Jehovah's Witness memorial service, when someone passes away. And after it was over, I went to the wake, was at a random Jehovah's Witness home. And the very next day, I asked my mom that my Aunt Claire was acting very suspicious. So my mom talked to her sister, and a week later, my mom actually told me to my face that Claire felt that I shouldn't been welcomed to come to my own grandmother's wake just because I was no longer a Jehovah's Witness. See how indoctrinated these Jehovah's Witnesses really are? In reality, my cousin Melanie, when her divorce happened back in 2016, after 18 years of marriage, which she converted to Mormonism, right after her marriage fell apart, as her husband, of course, became a homosexual, suddenly, Melanie stopped talking to me. We were real close. By that time, I was already disassociated, and so was she. But she met a new boyfriend in Washington, the state, not Arizona. And for some reason, right after she met this boyfriend, Melanie stopped talking to me. Now she blocked me on Facebook. I did nothing wrong to her. But interestingly, at that same time when I found out she stopped talking to me, my Jehovah's Witness brother, Benjamin, suddenly became Facebook friends with her. Makes you wonder. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and like I said before, that dream was crazy. And people are telling me now, saying that I think you're having PTSD, or what is it called? PESD, or You know what I'm talking about. The depression. I don't know. But I have to go to work right now, so I hope you enjoyed my little story about my Jehovah's Witness dream. Have a good day.